To no one's surprise, our winners won, Mr. and Mrs. Trinity. Today we're going to cover what's going on astrologically. This sort of life shift is incredibly atypical. It's not an ordinary milestone that the average person is ever going to experience in their life. So it's inevitable that we're going to see a lot of stimulation in the charts of someone who goes from a normal life to becoming a nearly national household name practically overnight. Starting with Miss Trinity. The transiting North Node is conjunct her natal Mars. This is a supercharged wave of renewed energy and change. Uranus is square her natal Mars. This is rapid, unexpected change that propels you into the unfamiliar. She's also having a Saturn square, which is a coming of age transit of growing pains. It is the discomfort of outgrowing your old self, sometimes even against your will. Saturn is also going to be opposing her natal Mercury pretty much all summer, fall, and then again next spring. This is tension with everyday communication, everyday variables, even friendships, social media, communication online, changes in her lifestyle, her environment. I think Trinity's definitely going to move, probably to LA, I assume. And it's worth noting that Trinity hasn't experienced any of those mid to late 20s transits that are very coming of age, like her brain truly isn't factually fully developed yet. She's only 23 and she actually has some of those difficult transits coming up next year. I don't know if they're doing Beyond the Villa. I don't know if they're going to be following Trinity, but that might be where some tightness and tension comes up. She's getting a preview of it now. It's going to be a little bit more serious next year. Whereas our boy Brice just turned 30 in the villa, actually while they were filming. So he already completed his Saturn return. Trinity hasn't even gone through that yet. It's actually interesting because in their synastry charts, like their Saturn square one another, which is typically pretty difficult in age gap relationships. Now, Brice, on the other hand, the nodes are squaring his natal Pluto. That's a very fated shift in your life direction, and it's destined. It's meant to happen. Just had his Saturn return not too long ago, and it is squaring his natal Jupiter. This can actually be limitations on growth, so some tension around expansion, but it can also be forcing structure to opportunities. So he could very well be doing the same stuff he did before Love Island, but now it's more established and serious and legitimate. Uranus also opposed his natal Pluto getting into the villa, and this is very abrupt endings and beginnings. It kind of shakes up everything you thought you knew about your life and the world and how it works and who you are. Like compatibility wise, they actually have a lot of squares, which is a textbook difficult, conflicting sort of aspect to have with somebody else. But that friction can actually provide a lot of stimulation, which works considering they have a lot of air energy with one another. Air placements are very cerebral. They're intellectual. They think more than they feel, but they complement one another because they also have water placements, which add a mutually understood sort of depth in the connection. I think Brice is attracted to Trinity's mystique. Their dynamic is very jester and queen. I think he finds fulfillment in finding new things to entertain her, get her opinion on, impress her. And Trinity likely feels deeply loved, seeing someone so committed and devoted to figuring her out. I think she just needs like a funny rock, and Brice needs an inspiring muse, so it works. With them both being air dominant, their best promotional opportunities, I think, are going to come from their wit, their humor, their sharpness, their quotable taglines. They will certainly thrive as a duo. With Trinity Scorpio Venus, we all know she loves beauty. I think the darker, more polarizing, intense route would suit her best. Like think very vampy makeup, Rick Owens, Alexander McQueen, Chrome Hearts. With her like Y2K influence, that's very Libra. I could see her working with like True Religion, Von Dutch, Ed Hardy. We already know that Brice models and DJs. I think they would kill like a classic Calvin Klein underwear shoot, like a couple shoot with a Blair and Chuck Bass, like Gossip Girl edge to it. Very complimentary to their dynamic. But Brice I could actually see doing well down the comedy route, especially with his like white boy of the year vibe. What he's going on with the Gemini placements, that's very like jack of all trades. He's gonna do plenty of club appearances and modeling gigs. I could see him even doing like skit work, like playing with his music in a comedic, artistic way. He definitely needs to lean into that like 2014 LA vibe. Hollister better be in his email already. Like, let's make Trinity the funny, sexy one in a horror movie. Let's get Brice into the Lil Yachty, Cole Bennett, Jack Harlow of it all. He already seems to know everybody under the sun. As for the other Islanders, we do not need to worry about Anaya, baby. Because she's having her Jupiter return. That's very celebratory, expansive. Those athletic deals are going to be rolling in. I honestly feel like she's going to put her whole family on the map in a way. In a respectable family values, like runs house sort of energy. That's what I'm picturing for her. I could be wrong, but I feel like they could spin this into a family affair. I truly think the world could be Melanie's oyster if if she puts the sad girlfriend stuff aside and she focuses on her career. I'd hate to see her not maximize her opportunities. The same goes for Kata. I don't want them going out sad during the most crucial potential. I need to see Kenzie on Dancing with the Stars, preferably with Dylan, and she needs to get booked for a Tampax commercial stat. So what do you guys think? Who's going to last? Who is doomed? Who's gonna have the most legendary post-Villa run? Jen looks like she's taking it. Personally, I think this was such a good season. I had so much fun covering it. Hopefully you and I will meet here again next year, and let me know your thoughts.